Hello students, welcome you all on my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss about bryophytes, salient feature and affinities with algae and pteridophytes. So let's begin without wasting the time. Salient features of bryophytes. They were first land dweller plants with primitive nature of land habitat. They roughly achieve 5 inches height and they still rely upon water for sexual reproduction because of the anthrozoids' lashing movement, motility. They are intermediate between land and plant. That's why they require constant moisture, humid and damp condition, including shade. If light intensity will be maximum at that area, they will start degeneration. So here the first salient features are they are first land dwellers. They are first land dwellers with primitive vegetative structure. They fully rely upon water for sexual reproduction. See, sexual reproduction. See here, their anthrozoids or spermatozoids contain tail, this flagella-like structure, and that tail aids in lashing movement. So if they possess flagella, then they must follow oogamous type of reproduction. That's why in bryophyte, as compared to algae, bryophytes so advanced type of fertilization. In algae, fertilization mode may be isogamous, may be oogamous or anisogamous, but here in bryophytes, fertilization is always oogamous type. Oogamous, you are must aware of the term oogamy. One of the gamete is motile and other is stationary. So see that the female gamete is macrogamete or megagamete, remains stationary. The male gamete, microgamete, show motility, and always fertilization is taking place in the archegonium chamber. So, fertilization is always oogamous type. Oogamous type. See, the female sex structure like oogonium or ascogonium. Oogonium or ascogonium are only seen in algae, but the female structure archegonium appeared first time. Student, you must focus this point. The archegonium appeared first time in the bryophytes. Advanced character as compared to algae. Just I had discussed algae possesses female sex organ and the sex organ name is oogonium or ascogonium, but in bryophytes female sex organs are archegonium. female sex organ is archegony. Archegony. It's a singular. Its plural is archegonium. As you know, they reproduce through two modes: vegetative mode and sexual mode. Vegetative reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is wanting because of lack of mitospores. Mitospores is characteristics of algae. So here no mitospores is reported. Absent. Mitospores are absent. Vegetative reproduction is achieved through budding, fragmentation, and Schumacher. There is no mitospore. Asexual reproduction is totally missing. Now, sexual reproduction, as you know, sexual reproduction is always oogamous type. Water is essential for fertilization. 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 Why? Fertilization because of the motility habitat of the anthrozoids of the bryophytes. See here. That's why you must well aware of the term amphibians. You must well aware of the term amphibians. Amphibians, the term amphibious. Amphi means dual. Bios means life. Amphi means dual or both, and bios means life. Here they also regarded as amphibian of plantic kingdom because of presence of unique characteristic. That is to say, they are intermediate dwellers between water and land. It's true that they are true land dwellers, but moist condition will be maximum. If moisture is lost, they will lose their life or vegetative structure. So water is essential for fertilization, and some of them are fully aquatic, like Rixia flutans, except Rixia flutans and Rixiocarpus. All species of Bryophytes are land dwellers. As I have discussed, that Archegonium appeared first. Archegonium appeared first in Bryophytes. This archegonium is a venter-like canal, venter-like structure. See, venter. It's venter, as you know. This is structure. This is the MCC and CC, and here must be VCC, and this is an ovum, and this structure is known as a venter. So, a venter after fertilization, this venter act as a protective structure, multicellular structure known as sclera. Venter after fertilization forms sclera. It's a protective multicellular structure. As you know, the plant body is thalloid or foliose. Plant body is either thalloid or foliose. Foliose means a leafy structure. This structure is reported in Bryopsida, that is to say, musky or mosses. There is a several characteristic of bryophytes, and we cannot figure out all the characteristics in a single video. So I'm proceeding for the affinities, and as you know, I had discussed about the bryophytes classification, that it is classified into 3 classes. The first class is Hepaticopsida, second one is Anthoceratopsida, and third one is Bryopsida. So that is in the next video, that will be in the next video. Here I'm going to discuss about the affinities of bryophytes with algae and pteridophyta. See, there are some resemblance with the bryophytes with algae and with pteridophytes. That's why some botanists consider the algal origin of the bryophyte, and some consider pteridophytean origin of bryophyte. That is to say, pteridophyte given rise to bryophyte, and some says that algae given rise to bryophyte. The strong supporter were Professor S.R. Kashyap. Professor S.R. Kashyap is also known as father of Indian bryology, and he supported strongly pteridophytean hypothesis. But by my reckoning, I never consider the origin of bryophytes from pteridophytes. I always favors algal origin. Okay, see the resemblance. Some resemblance that is just true. Affinities with algae and pteridophytes. First, I'm going to discuss about affinities with algae. First point. See, thallus-like body. Thallus-like body. In both cases, bryophyte and pteridophyte, with exception in mosses. The second point, that they are dependent upon water for fertilization, and algae also dependent upon water for fertilization. So oogamous mode of fertilization in both. See, actually, I discussed that algae go through isogamy and oogamous. So oogamous is common in both cases. They are known as cryptogams. Cryptogams. That is to say, spore habit. And we cannot observe their sexual structure and hidden sexual structure. Food material is through starch in both. The fifth point is they lack vascular elements. Vascular bundles are absent. Now we will see the pteridophytes. It's pteridophytes affinities with pteridophytes. The first point, that they are shady lovers. They are shady lovers. They are cryptogams, that is to say, still the same configuration. Cryptogams. Water is essential. Water is essential for fertilization. Heterologous alternation of generation. Heterologous alternation of generation. And the fifth point, and the most vital point, the resemblance is few pteridophytes like Rhinia and its species earlier, the fossil form Rhinia and Silotum. They are rootless. The species like Rhinia and Silotum or rootless pteridophytes. Which indicates close ancestry. Student, you must focus here. Rhinia is a fossilized, and they are fossil pteridophytes, and Silotum is living. So students, it's all about the salient feature of bryophytes and affinities with algae and pteridophytes. See you in the next video, and if you like, please subscribe my channel, and in the case of doubt, you may ask me. Thank you very much.